We're learning more about the man accused of operating a meth lab in Schenectady. The sheriff's office first searched this lab back in September.
New at 6. Why did it take 5 months for an arrest in this case? News Channel 13's Tessa Bentulin is live in Schenectady outside the sheriff's office to tell us. Tessa, good evening.
Good evening, Mark and Sabrina. You know, the sheriff's office says Matthew McKenna had been probably cooking meth for a while. Over time, he collected a ton of equipment to do this operation, so they had to test all of it. An inspector with the Schenectady County Sheriff's Office says it takes time to analyze and process all the evidence they collected from this alleged meth lab in Schenectady back in September.
It's very specialized and very technical, and to get that evidence analyzed properly, you got to get in line. Just
last week, Inspector Jeff Sauter and the rest of the Sheriff's Office announced the arrest of Matthew McKenna, accused of operating a meth lab at the Netherland Village Apartments. Sauter says McKenna used a one-pot method, which is not as messy but still very dangerous. It can blow up because of a bad reaction to the plastic being used to cook the meth. In this case, that never happened. Sauter says McKenna used a smaller quantity of chemicals, but he had a ton of equipment.
A couple steps up from what you would see in a normal meth lab. Centrifuges and some glassware, some scientific glassware, and yeah, it was quite a detailed operation that he had.
Sauter says they don't handle the aftermath of a meth lab. According to the State Department of Health, there are no standards or regulations for cleaning up clandestine drug labs. Law enforcement will remove any chemical materials and meth-making equipment, but any additional cleanup needed is the responsibility of the property owner. Management at Netherlands Village tells us their parent company, DHM Properties, is handling that. Inspector Sauter says McKenna was also a former chemistry student at a Union College. McKenna is currently out on bail, and the sheriff's office says they're currently waiting for a grand jury to hear this case. Reporting live outside the Schenectady County Sheriff's Office, Tessa Bentulin, Sabrina and Mark, back to you.
Tessa, thank you for that update.